They say a picture's worth 1,000 words. Well, a casserole is worth at least 10,000. Jody here. I couldn't be more excited about today's casserole. It's just you and me and our very first sponsor. So without further ado, Chicago's very own old style beer. Let's get that packaging out of the way. So some of you might have heard of the Chicago style hot dog. People in Old Style had an idea. Why don't we make it more Chicago-y, huh? And we boil that hot dog in Old Style beer. You ready to get this party started? Oh, I've got the regular size Vienna beef franks. They're regular size. A couple packs of those. Oh, here's where it's at. The jumbo beef franks. Now, Steve, he's my jumbo beef frank. He's all beefy. Steve, I got the jumbo. I mean, I just call it a Steve. I don't want to get weird about it, but the jumbo Steve. Jumbo beef Steve. Now we'll stick with Frank. Frank just has a certain flow. We're going to go ahead and get started, and we are going to cook these hot dogs, and we are going to create an old Chicago style hot dog casserole. I mean, when I go to the PTA tomorrow and I can tell them that I am a real influencer, that I had a box of jumbo beef franks on my doorstep, whew, worked my whole life for this. All right, let's throw some beer on the stove. Now I'm going to pull out a few cans to start boiling. That's the sound of delicious. Every last drop. So beer boils a little slower than water, but I don't quite have my weenies ready, so I'm just going to keep this low. Okay, let's get this party started. That Old Style is warming up. You're going to want to boil them maybe 5-7 minutes. They're already cooked, so really we're just warming them up a little and bringing them to life with this Old Style. 5 minutes. Okay, I think it's time. Whoa, here we go. It's like I just gave these dogs a bubble bath. Look at that, a pyramid of smoking meat. I'm gonna cut these for my kids. I find that cutting them and leaving them attached open face is a little bit easier. I love the smell of hot dogs. This smells like tradition. They should make this into a car air freshener scent. Swinging from your car window as you turn a corner. Ooh. Let's go ahead and get our layers started. And I'm moving our deep dish casserole pan, plenty of room for all the layers. So traditionally, a Chicago style dog has poppy seed buns. At our house, we have to use regular buns because Steve gets drug tested at work. A long story, but he gets drug tested at work, and poppy seeds are one of those things that can just throw a test, we've discovered. We've just had to remove all the poppy seeds from the house. Okay, so I've got this beautiful blank canvas of buns here, and we are gonna start by putting some condiments on this, and I'm going to start with ketchup. Just kidding. You don't put ketchup on a Chicago style dog. I don't want to get all the comments fired up. You know, I don't want a flame war or people thumbs downing or, you know, calling me a psychopath. So we're going to scratch the ketchup. But I put some ketchup on the side for my kids because every kid likes ketchup on everything. Now the real star of the show is the mustard. Woo! Now, I think the more the better. You know, we're trying to sauce this up. Relish. I'm going to use about half of this jar of sweet relish. I'm just going to spread this and evenly throughout the buns. It's gorgeous. Look at that. Looks like my face in high school. Just kidding, I had great skin. So now we're going to add the franks. Boop, boop. Doesn't that look better? Yeah. All right. So, as you know, the key to any great Chicago-style dog are the fixins. So I've got tomatoes, onions, some pickle spears. I'm going to do 1 pickle for each dog. All right, pickles on. Next, we're going to do a layer of tomato wedges. Already got these pre-sliced, so I can just throw them on. Next up, onion. I prefer kind of a medium dice. You can go very fine or really large, but for my liking, I think it looks better at about this size. I'm about a 1/2 inch. You know, for one of my previous casseroles, the onions were a little large, and my friend Lou just lost his mind. He said, "Why didn't you dice those onions smaller?" You know, nobody likes a big onion. We're gonna seal that deal with some celery salt, okay? Bring out those flavors, add another layer. And this is salt, so you don't wanna, be too heavy-handed with this. Okay, so we're all set. Or are we? What are we missing, Chicago fans? The good old-fashioned sport pepper. They were over here playing hockey and basketball. Just kidding. This is an old family recipe. We make our own sport peppers. If I told you, I'd have to drag you through the garden and then kill you. Just kidding. Or am I? I don't know. I don't know. But if I did kill you, I guess I'd have to put you in my basement, like some of you have said in the comments. Wouldn't you love to be in my basement? Okay. I'm going to spell Chicago style with the mustard for our last layer here. I think I'm just going to spell chic. Same effect, really. Chicago. I can maybe do the A over here. I'm really happy with this. I'm going to go ahead and throw this in the oven, and it's really just to warm it. I could eat this as is, but those flavors are going to kind of come together more in the oven. I've got it on a low 325. I'm just going to let it sit there for a little bit, maybe 5 minutes, 10 minutes. It's a quick casserole. Okay, it's time to pull my old Chicago style dog casserole out of the oven. Ooh, I can really smell the mustard. Ah, mustard, so good. Look at this spatula. This spatula is actually for pancakes, but I think it's going to be perfect for this casserole, keeping these hot dogs intact and on the bun. Well, it kind of came apart there. Or did it kind of come together? I don't know. Half full or half empty. Who are you? I'm going to say half full. Came together. I get a bite of everything. A little pickle, onion, tomato. The pickle. I've got a crunch of the onion. I've got a crunch of the frank. It just takes me to Chicago. Guys, this is a great casserole. I love that Old Style had this idea. I really think that you should try boiling your hot dogs in beer. I'm not just saying that because I'm contractually obligated to do so now that I'm an influencer. No, I mean, I really believe it. And it's going to be on my list of secrets, to elevate the dish. Oh boy, the sky's really the limit here. I'm going to have to start maybe doing in-person tours. I'm going to stay true to who I am and humble, and I'm not going to let it go to my head.